So I wanted to revisit the PlayStation Portal video. I've been thinking about it for the last few weeks now, and it's really been bugging me at how many people just don't seem to grasp the idea of what the thing actually is. So the video that I put out a few weeks ago, there's hundreds and hundreds of comments on there. It's a very split decision right now. You have a lot of people who are like me, who are busy, they are parents, they work all the time, they don't have time to sit in front of a TV like they used to back in their 20s because now they're 30 and they have heartburn all the time and their back hurts and all this crazy shit. And sometimes you just want to maybe, I don't know, play a game in your bed or while you're lying on the couch or hanging out with your kids or doing your taxes. I don't know. You just want to play video games somewhere else. So that's who this PlayStation Portal is pretty much being marketed to right now. However, on the other hand, you have the other half of the equation who just don't seem to get it. I see in the comment section, it doesn't have its own memory, it doesn't have its own OS, blah, blah, blah. It's not a game console. It's not a handheld console. It's not. Sony never marketed it as such. It's a controller, everybody. It's a controller with a screen. If you went and dropped $180 on an Xbox Elite controller, or the PlayStation, whatever their Elite controller is, you're okay with that because you can swap buttons. But if you're going to pay the extra $20 to have an 8-inch screen in there that you can just continue playing your games while you're lying in bed or whatever it is, just like with the Switch or, even the Wii U, it's all of a sudden it's this huge problem. It's Sony being anti-consumer. There's nothing anti-consumer. They're not forcing this product down your throat. You either want to buy it or you don't buy it. Just because you can't play it with all your other consoles doesn't make it anti-consumer. Okay? You have the option to play these games on your phone, on your tablet, whatever. So for them to give you an optimal device with the DualSense haptic feedback in the controller itself is not anti-consumer. It's very pro-consumer. You're taking the best of both worlds, which is playing with the DualSense on the PS5 and getting the haptic feedback, which is quite essentially the greatest feature of that controller, and you're tying it in with the convenience of being able to play remote play through your phone or on your tablet. Just like I see in the comments, everyone says, why don't you just play it on your phone or your tablet? Because I prefer to have that HD screen where I'm not getting notifications on my phone. I don't see the little slide bar on the bottom of my phone. It's just annoying with my OCD. I don't have to deal with that. I don't have to deal with the edges. I get the full screen and I get the haptic feedback. That's really what it's about. So really, it's just a Wii U for your PS5, and there should be nothing wrong with that. It is not a console. It's just a controller with a screen. It is optional. So to go and say things like this is anti-consumer, you are below the 100% IQ club if you purchase this thing. That's not on Sony for being anti-consumer. That's on you for being ignorant. All right. I've seen so many people get so frustrated in my comment section about what other people want to do with their money. If they have $200, if I have $200 I want to drop and can drop on this controller, that's what I and the other people who are interested in the device are going to do. That's on you if you don't have the $200. That's a you problem. If you don't have the $200, just stick with your DualSense and play it on your TV. That's all you got to say. You could just, instead of saying, oh, you've got to be brain dead to buy this thing, you could just say, I can't afford it. I'm just saying. I'm just calling out the elephant in the room here because it's been bothering me. Quite honestly, why do you care what somebody else does with their money? If that's what somebody wants to buy, let them buy it. Maybe people did their research and they don't want to buy the ABXY loot or the Google or the Logitech, I don't even know, the G Cloud. There's so many of these streaming devices out there right now that I can't even keep up. So what's the big deal if Sony wants to take a stab at that market and make their own device? We don't know battery life yet. That's pretty much the only thing we don't know yet about it. But I think that the fact that it gives you a quite simple, convenient device. You're just playing your games, moving it from the TV to somewhere else in your house. And there's nothing wrong with spending $200 to do that. Especially, again, for someone like me, who my PS5 is upstairs in my game room. I'm not going to unplug this PS5, go behind my TV stand, get all the wires, go downstairs, plug it in the other TV, and then boot it up just so I can play it for like an hour, and then I got to unplug it again and then bring it all the way back upstairs. That's an inconvenience. So this controller is simply a convenience because, again, we have a small child, almost 1-year-old. He loves to hold controllers. He's incredibly smart. He knows he can turn my Xboxes on, which is actually kind of annoying. He just hits the button over and over, so I have to unplug my Xboxes when he is up in the game room. But he spends 95% of his time down in the living room watching Frozen and Tangled or whatever. So I want to be down there too. I don't want to be like, hey, see you later, son. I'm going upstairs to play Lies of P. Like, I want to hang out down there too. But, you know, you want to sit on the couch sometimes and just take a break and just chill out while your kid's on the floor playing with blocks and Bluey dolls and whatever. You just want to kind of do your own thing. And maybe you don't want to scroll on TikTok for 30, 45 minutes like a mindless troll. You just want to maybe play a game. And maybe you're kind of over your Switch because you've played everything you can on it and there's only a few games coming out for it before we get into the next console. That's a whole other thing. But it's not anti-consumer. It's, if anything, it's pro you if you are interested in it. And if it's not for you, it's just not for you. You have the option to continue playing the way you already are. So I guess the thing is, those people who have to belittle others because they're excited or interested in something, you're wasting your breath, you're wasting your time, you're wasting your life arguing with people on the internet that you will never meet, right? So that's all. Just be a better, kinder person. And if you don't have, I can't believe I'm saying this. If you don't have anything nice to say, then don't say it. There's a million PlayStation Portal videos out there that are trashing the device. That's the videos you need to be on. If I like the device, don't come to my video. Don't subscribe to my channel. Just go somewhere else where all the negativity runs wild. To the people that are interested in the PlayStation Portal, I'm very excited for you. It seems we all have a very common theme here, which is we are busy, right? We don't have time to just sit around all day long and play these games. We have shit to do. And if it means being able to multitask and spend time with loved ones and play a game at the same time, then that's great. That's worth it. That's absolutely worth it. And any real family man would be more than willing to drop $200 so they can get the best of both worlds, because time is short. For a lot of us, 24 hours in a day is nowhere near long enough to get everything done that we'd like to do. I see a lot of memes on Instagram and everywhere else online. It's like gaming in your 30s. You finally sit down, you play the game, and then 5 minutes later you're asleep in your chair. That's really what it's like for people in our gamers in our 30s. I hate to admit it, but that's life. You get old. If you're watching this video and you're not in your 30s yet, and you're bashing this PlayStation Portal, newsflash, you will be 30. Hopefully. Unless you die. You'll be in your 30s one day too, and you'll see what we're talking about. It's just the way it is. It's the natural order of things. So, yeah, that's the end of my little rant here. I think that this PlayStation Portal is going to be a niche device, a niche controller. It's not going to sell crazy. but it's going to sell, and it's going to be purchased by the right people who it makes sense for. So if you are one of the people in my comments watching the videos that are excited for PlayStation Portal, stay tuned for all more information that may come about it. And whenever I do get the device, I do have it pre-ordered, I will go ahead and I will do an unboxing video, and I'll do hands-on impressions and so on and so forth for people that might still be on the fence about it. Thank you guys for listening. I am Mark. This has been Mark That Complete. You have a good rest of your afternoon. Take care.